There's a strike, 95 of that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium. And towing the slab in this one, David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Foul ball there. And that one is inside.
1-2.
So Goldie strikes out here.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead of the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Fastball is outside.
Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Swung on, belted. Deep. That one went back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here. Home run number 15 on the year. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball. Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Jason Dominguez at the plate now. That's ball one.
No strike.
Part of the coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next offering is down low. 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Beatty makes the play, and there's 2 down. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
One.
Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he's in there. It's a first-inning double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Bellinger, the next to hit.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, batting over 300 so far this month.
1-0.
Two outs. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. That's outside. And it's 2-1. There's the strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Top of the second. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Max Fried will go to work. That one's upstairs, ball 1. And that is out of play. That one finds the zone. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now it's Mark Vientos. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. That one fouled off. And here it comes. Ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 6.
Jeff McNeil stands in.
McNeil.
Outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fried out of the stretch, fires. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Wells makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And there's a ball.
1-0.
When you got a catcher like this guy with a big arm like that behind the plate, it really shuts down the running game.
Late swing, fouled off. And a foul ball.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The next
Ball
pitch
two.
misses. 2-2. On a line out towards center. And that is that. Mets strand one, still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom of the second.
Leading off
And now
for the
here
Yankees,
is
the
Anthony
shortstop,
Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Peterson back to work. That clips the corner.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Next offering is down low. Ground ball right side. A dive. Nice stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Look at how he dives right
That
there.
is
Is able to pop
the
up to
catcher.
both knees.
Okay.
Not enough time to get to his feet,
Well.
but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. First pitch
Inside.
doesn't find the zone.
Hike.
And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a
1-2.
good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him. That K is his third of the game.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch
1-2.
up to, especially with that velocity.
Next
Ball.
pitch misses. Ball two. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Batting ninth, the third
So
baseman.
two down.
Oswald.
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And the lefty with the 0-1. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. One hit, one left. We head on down to the top of the third. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. All set for the
Leading
start
off
of the
for
inning.
Mets,
Here's the third baseman, Brett
number 7,
Beatty.
Brett Beatty.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
One strike.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. And
one.
takes low for ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one
2-2.
missed. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. That smash towards center. Bellinger racing over to make the catch.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Swinging a foul out of play. Way out front for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next
1-2.
offering way off the plate. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Lindor in the box now. No balls and a strike. Lindor playing up the middle at short, 31 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. Sliced hard but foul. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. Back here in New York, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Nimmo sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The right fielder, number 99.
It's Aaron Judge now. He's already homered in this game. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. One down, base is empty.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
2-1 on Judge. And Judge spoils that one. And that's downstairs and outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
3-2 on the way. And ball 4, and Judge takes his walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
One down. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Popped out in foul ground first time through.
Ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, no strike.
Man at first, one away. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And that's outside. And a strike. Judge over at first with one away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. He swings and fouls one off. Line drive. Taylor pulls it down, and that ends the inning. The Yanks leave one, but they lead it 1-0. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's Juan Soto.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Next offering is fouled back.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Here's a high chopper. Handles, throws to first. They get the out on Soto.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time.
Let's go, Yankees.
Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. One down, base is empty. Swings through that.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops into the glove, and that quickly 2 away.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that's in for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Mets. They trail here 1-0. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here comes Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Let's go, Belly.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Bellinger hammers one. Deep to right. That's back there. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, rolled out to second in his first at bat. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And that's off the outside edge, and it's 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Check swing, called strike. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the
Austin.
Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Let's go Yankees.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Taylor raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back now with the
Leading off
Subway
for the
Series.
Mets, the designated
And
hitter,
now it's going to be Mark Vientos.
Come on, Yankees.
Freed back to work. The other way. Goldie takes it to the bag, and a quick out, number 1.
I don't know what it looks like going through the
next
zone
for
for
the
those
Mets,
hitters,
the
but
second
the
baseman,
swings are
Jeff
defensive. And that's
McNeil.
a real indicator, along with just the other stuff you guys have noticed about how nasty he is right now.
Line drive. Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control. He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Torrens batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Wells gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Pablo Reyes.
Looking good, Yankees.
And a first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Third baseman, Oswald.
So digging in, Oswald Peraza. He's 0 for 1.
Ball. 1-0.
1 down, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. Strike one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty
One
proud of
strike.
this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. Soto going after it. And he makes the catch. That is the inning. Back now with the
Leading off
Subway
for the
Series.
Mets, the third baseman,
Down the third
number
baseman,
7,
Brett Beatty.
Beatty.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never
That's
predict
a ball.
baseball.
And that's downstairs. And 1-1. And downstairs.
Juan Espinosa, gracias por suscribirte.
And that one fouled off. Pitch misses there. Counts full, 3-2. Tyrone Taylor in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Taylor.
Taylor goes 6'1", 31 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2012. Inside corner at the knees, that's a strike. Good fastball. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Got him swinging.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. That one ripped. Back there. And that one is out of here. He circles the bases. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 1-1.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it way.
Horseman, gracias por suscribirte.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Juan Soto now. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Just
down low.
missed. And now the count is even. Batting battling here as he fouls it away. Rips one to right, and foul ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Full count.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Inside, and that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Now
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-2. Line, and that's a base hit. Coming around third is Soto. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, 2 outs. And the batter now, Mark Vientos. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
No strike.
Alonso, the lead runner out at second. Nimmo on at first with 2 down. And that one fouled off. Two outs. A little bit low.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
High fly ball out to center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here. Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
There's a strike.
Well, you know this guy wants to pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
That misses. And a count 2-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Ripped on a line to center. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind
The left
yourself
fielder,
it's
number
about the
24,
process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Dominguez stands in here, takes ball one low.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
2 balls, no strikes to count.
2 balls.
Home team
no
down
strike.
a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Strike one.
2-1.
Right side. Soto makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, DJ.
And now it's DJ
LeMahieu.
LeMahieu digging in. 1 for 2. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. 2 down, nobody on. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. And they trail it here 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Now
Ryan
pitching for the
Yarbrough.
Yankees,
Just trying to keep this one close
Number
here,
33.
and this is where a bullpen can give their
Ryan.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
Yarbrough.
And now here's Jeff
Leading off for the
McNeil.
Mets, the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Ground ball right side. The throw to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The batter, the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens.
Let's go Yankees.
That one almost
1-0.
got him. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Little chopper rolls foul. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Up next for the Mets,
Brett
the third
Beatty
baseman,
up now for the
Brett
Mets.
Beatty.
And he takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Breaking ball misses down and away. Check swing, and he went 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Popped up to the left into foul ground near the fence. Has room, and he makes the catch. Down in order go the Mets. They lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
Mets,
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
75.
Reed Garrett. He's pitching on
Reed
2 days rest.
Garrett.
And here comes
Leading
Bellinger.
off for the Yankees, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. There's a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Action in the Mets bullpen. Genesis Cabrera, the left-hander, up and throwing. Brazoban also throwing. That one outside, and the count is 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground, and that's a fair ball. Bellinger around second, on his way to third. In there safely, and with nobody out, the tying run moves up to third.
A couple of singles back-to-back. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
One strike.
Outside. One ball, one strike. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch
Two
down.
balls, one strike.
That one finds the zone, and the count's even at 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base, nobody out. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Reed Garrett will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Kodai
Mets,
Senga gets handed the rock
number
out of the pen.
34.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Pablo Reyes stands in. He is singled, and he is flied to left. That one found hard the other way. Go-ahead run at second. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one drilled left field. Base hit. The go-ahead run moves up to third. He's held there with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Here comes the 0-1. And fouled off. The bases are full for the New York Yankees.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the...
Got him looking. And that is a big first out.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe
Now
a little
that's
controversial
first
with the
baseman,
call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. And that is out of play.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 1.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Feeds to second, out there. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th, Fernando Cruz.
And he's been fantastic this year, really stingy in terms of allowing
Number
base runners.
63.
He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up.
Cruz.
Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Taylor.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow right field. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop,
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Out to short, Volpe. Throws to first in time, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
And now it's Juan Soto.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The 0-1.
Ball.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge makes the play, and it's out number 3. Ready for the bottom of the 8th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with 1 swing.
Senga back to work.
So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Swinging a foul out of play. Now the 0-1. That's a little bit low.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one popped in the air, left field. Nimmo. And there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. 1 for 3. And that one fouled off. Next offering misses down and away.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. And it's even up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This one in the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
The pitch to LeMahieu. Ripped to right. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Here comes the throw. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Trying to take the lead in the late going. Can't blame him, but the defense was having none of that. Close play at the dish. The tag applied just in time, and we'll push on with a tie ball game.
New inning getting
Leading off
started.
for the Mets,
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
And that's way high. And that is
One
ball
ball,
1.
no strikes.
And
Ball
another
2.
ball.
2-0 to count. No, that's
Just
the ball.
missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. There's a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out.
The left fielder, number 9,
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. That one's in there, 0-1. One down, base is empty. And
1-2.
ball one. All tied up here at the top of the ninth. And that one in the air center field. Bellinger has this one sized up. That's out number 2. So now the DH spot, Mark Vientos. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. Right side, hard hit. LeMahieu gets it to first. And the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the ninth. Ready to go? Here's the veteran shortstop, Francisco Lindor. And that's off the inside edge. And with that, we're underway in the Bronx. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
And it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Smash that one through the infield with a knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Juan Soto. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Lindor aboard here at first with nobody out. In the air out towards right center. Bellinger sizing it up. He's got it. 1 away.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Okay, let's check out the lineup.
Alonso.
And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Francisco Lindor.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, you know, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, you know, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Come on, Maximus.
Pete Alonso in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Runner.
To first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. That's in for a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. swing and a high fly ball left field. Volpe under it. And that is that. Mets go down quickly. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in the Bronx, today's starting pitcher, David Peterson.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low threes. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Paul Goldschmidt leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. That one almost got him. This to center field. Taylor hustling after it. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Out towards right center field. Soto grabs it on the run.
Those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Jason Dominguez, the next to hit, takes ball one.
1-0.
2 outs, base is empty. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. The 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order go the Yankees. Scoreless after 1. Back in the Bronx, second inning set to go. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Max Fried will go to work. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
That one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
That is great. The designated
Mark
hitter,
Vientos getting ready to hit.
Vientos.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. And a base hit right there. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting six, the second
Jeff
baseman,
McNeil stands
Jeff
in.
McNeil.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it, and there's two down. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Pitch misses. Ball one. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. That clips the corner. The 1-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Next pitch is outside. In the air, right field. Judge cutting across. Fair ball. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. Two on now with two away.
The third baseman,
Now a
7,
chance for Brett Beatty. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two on, two outs. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
That's in there. That is strike two.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got two outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
And there's a ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one just misses, and the count is filled up.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
On the ground to third. Fires to first, and that is the inning. Two left for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
DJ
off,
LeMahieu to start
the
things
second
off.
baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Peterson back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
Check swing, called strike. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there, and that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Gone! Big dog's gotta eat. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His second homer of this series, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. He dropped the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees where he'd prefer it. So many times now, guys are having to adjust to the elevated fastball. So I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
Here's Cody Bellinger. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball there. Next pitch inside. Now 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And Belly goes down on strikes.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the
That
pitcher
is it.
wanted, but it
That's
worked. He
shortstop.
got the swing and
Anthony.
miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
That one down the line. Slings to first in time.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Austin Wells.
2 down, bases empty. And now Austin Wells. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Now one missed. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's to third. Whips it to first.
Got him. That's an out.
And that is that. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back for more
Leading
from
off
the
with
Bronx.
the
Top
center
half of the
fielder,
third inning.
Tyrone
And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Tap foul at the plate. And 1-2.
1-2.
Maximus notches the K. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Back to the top of the Mets order, and now it's Frankie Lindor. That's a base hit, so a man aboard now with 1 away.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now Juan
Ball,
Soto.
no.
Fastball is outside.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Tying run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That hits the dirt, and the count is even 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Now
In
back,
steps the
first
polar
baseman,
bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Missed
the ball.
inside with the curve.
Ball 2. 2-0.
And
No.
another ball.
3 balls. No
Brandon
strikes.
Nimmo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Come on, Yankees.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Strike him out.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. So now
Take
2
your base,
on
ball 4.
and 2 outs.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Number 9.
Brandon Nimmo now at the plate.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That misses, and that's ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
2 outs. Right through there for a strike. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Freed out of the stretch, fires. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
As we go
Leading off
to the
for the
last of the
Yankees,
3rd.
the
Now it's the
designated hitter,
DH, Pablo Reyes. Reyes measures 5 feet 8 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. That's to third. Beatty slings it across.
He's out.
1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Good sinker
Batting
low in
up,
the zone
the
right
third
there
baseman,
and produced
Oswald.
exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Stepping in, Oswald Peraza. And it's fouled away. All right, so Monument Park out there in center field at Yankee Stadium. Have you gotten a chance to check that out?
Boog, I have seen it more after my playing career than I did as a player. But as a broadcaster, many times entering and exiting through the center field fence, particularly in the playoffs, get a chance to take a glimpse over. And I got to say, you do get some goosebumps.
And that's a little high. And that one is lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Paul.
Back to the top of the lineup. Paul Goldschmidt now. Fly to center his first time. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 1 and 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yanks held in check, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back now with the Subway Series. Out of the 4th, and now the DH, Mark Vientos.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
Fought off foul. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
To the right side, handled by LeMahieu. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. Hit in the air, left field. Dominguez under it. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher.
And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there for strike 1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brings it in, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, here is Aaron Judge. And that clips the inside corner.
No ball, 1 strike.
Judge comes up empty there.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone. And the count 1 and 2. got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. And that one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And delivers outside. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. Those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Right side, McNeil. And the Yanks go quietly. So the Yanks go in order, but they're on top 1-0. Back now with the Subway Series. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Free, back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Now an 0-2 from Free. Waves at the defender for the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets.
Sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
This one high in the air to left center. Bellinger sizes this one up. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
Here's
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 2. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. First pitch just misses. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
2 balls.
The Mets trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Outside low. Full count now.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Yankees 1 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Cody Bellinger. And there's a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Off the mark there. And the count is 1-1.
Ball, no.
Just missed.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a leadoff double in the fifth.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Grounded out his first time up. Not even close there. 1-0.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And that's a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
The kicker, number 28.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. That pitch gets the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left. Over to McNeil. And a run scores on the double play.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Pablo Reyes stands in. Grounded out his first time. And that is out of play. That one close, ruled a ball.
1 ball,
1-1.
strike.
Down and in, moved his feet.
Hey!
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a chopper out to short. Lindor on to first. That's the 3rd out. So they get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, no one left. We're through 5. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mets nothing. Back now with the Subway Series.
The right fielder,
Now the number
Juan
2 hitter, Juan Soto. Soto measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Next pitch way upstairs. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that one fouled off.
These guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 9.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
2 on, 1 out. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Fastball for a strike. And fouled off. On the ground to second, might be 2. On the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And there's the strike.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Next pitch is outside. And there's a ball.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Dominguez squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mets nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the third baseman, Oswald
Leading
Peraza.
up for the Yankees, the third baseman, Oswald Peraza.
And that's outside. Activity in the bullpen. Genesis Cabrera up and loosening in the pen. Senga warming up as well. Close, but called a ball. Now 2-0.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just off the outside edge.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Next offering is fouled back. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now back.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. Swinging it much better this season in away games than here at home. a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above.
Oh, look at this. From his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable
Now
making that play.
right fielder,
Dives, comes up with
Perez.
it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Here's Aaron Judge at the dish. His 2024 season, ridiculous. He became the first player in 20 years to finish with a slugging percentage over 700.
Yeah, the last American League player to slug 700 was Mark McGwire, and Judge was the first Yankee to do it since Mickey Mantle.
And that one missing low. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Yanks held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back now in the Bronx. Top of inning number 7. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Fastball for a strike at 95.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. On the ground to first, Goldie. He steps on the bag, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
And here is Tyrone Taylor. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Snap throw to first. And he dives back in safely.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths. What makes him special is a lot of pitchers lose movement in their stuff the deeper they go into a game, but he's just different. We see plenty of break in his pitches.
Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
The tying run at the plate. Outside. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. And the tying run is on base.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Out of the
Yankees,
bullpen for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
number 41.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Big situation, and here comes the big bat of Juan Soto. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. That misses, and it's 1-0.
1-0 count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
Fouled off. He was late. Taylor over at second. Lindor at first. 2 out of the inning. Off the mark there, and the count is 2-2. That's down and in.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Pete Alonso would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Big at bat now as the polar bear Pete Alonso steps in. First offering, and it just misses. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. 1 run's in. The second run scores. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Huge at bat to bring home the tying run at this point in the game. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. Really important at bat coming up now.
Digging in, Brandon Nimmo. And a base hit. Throw quickly to the infield, and the go-ahead run has to hold up at third with 2 away.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tim Hill departs, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for the
Fernando Cruz takes over on the mound.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
So bases all loaded up. So now here's the Mets DH, Mark Vientos. First pitch, and he just misses. Two outs. And that one fouled off. That's in there, and that's strike two.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
That one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. But they score twice and even it up late. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We are tied 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Reed Garrett.
Well, he's been excellent
Now
against
pitching
left-handed
for the
hitters
Mets.
this year, and that's his first
Number
test.
75.
This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Garrett.
Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That missed inside. Ball 1.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Next
Ball
offering
2.
is downstairs.
2-1.
Swing and a grounder foul first base side. And that just misses.
Full count.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding
Now
all the
batting,
holes in his
second
swing and his
baseman,
approach,
DJ.
just frustrating for him up
Mlb
there. You strike out a guy
The
3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Into the outfield, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Love how
Now
he let
batting,
that ball
center
travel,
fielder,
trusted his
Cody
hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Bellinger.
Bellinger up to hit. 1 for 2. First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Here goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball in plenty of time to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, the shortstop, Anthony.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Out in front and foul to the left side. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position. Tap foul at the plate. The shortstop
1-2.
takes the ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 2 down, go ahead run in scoring position here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Just misses with that one. at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back at Yankee Stadium, now at the plate, Jeff McNeil. That
Ball.
misses the zone, and that's ball one.
One ball, no strikes.
There's a strike at the knees. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Loisaga getting loose as well. Here's a 1-1. Fought off foul. And now it's 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Volpe pulls it down and he makes the catch. One up, one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Luis Torrens up now for the Mets.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That one
1-0.
misses, and that's ball one. And there's a ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
One out, bases empty. That catches the top part of the zone, and that is strike two. That one missed. Brett Beatty in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that's inside and a good at-bat, ball four.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's going to be Brett Beatty. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Next pitch is inside. And it's 1-1. That one to first, down the line, and it's foul. And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Tyrone Taylor will hit next. 1 for 3. In there at the knees for a strike. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
misses that one. That pay is his third of the game.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job getting out of the jam.
Now pitching for
Back
the Mets.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Huascar Brazoban.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
And stepping in for the
Leading up
Yankees,
for the
Austin
Yankees,
Wells.
The catcher, Austin Wells.
Swung out, belted. Deep. That one went back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here.
He hammers one out to right. His 9th homer of the year, and they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 3-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
An absolute missile off the bat, Singy, and StatCast gives us the exact numbers.
Yeah, it was a blur leaving the park, Boog. 114 miles per hour on the exit velo, man. He put such a great swing on that ball, squared it up, and just drove it out of here despite not getting much air under it.
Now up as the Yankees DH, Pablo Reyes has grounded out a couple of times. Right through there for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fastball for a strike. 0-2. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Ryan Stanek getting ready to go. And a pitch. Ball one there.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through.
Now batting, third baseman, Oswald.
Here's the third baseman, Oswald Peraza. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Trying to move him over here. Alonso. Oh, a great flip to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
This couldn't have played out any better on offense. They were trying to trade it out to move the runner into scoring position, but instead, they just couldn't make the play on defense. You really need to get it out there.
Here is Goldschmidt. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Check swing, called strike. Reyes on second. Peraza on at first with nobody out. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Fights it off. He'll see another. In the dirt. So on the wild pitch, two guys advance.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. Two men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out.
So Goldie strikes out here. Aaron Judge at the plate. Golden opportunity right here.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home. Here's a sac fly situation.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
The left fielder.
And now, Jason Dominguez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So they're all loaded up. In the air, left field, down the line. Nimmo makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Play it home. He's safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with the sac fly. Nice job of getting it done. Really good execution with that at bat.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Huascar Brazoban out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Kodai
Mets.
Senga comes on now.
Number 34.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
And next will be the
Now
cleanup
batting,
hitter,
the
DJ
second baseman,
LeMahieu.
DJ.
He's already homered in this game.
LeMahieu.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, this is a
ball,
critical
no
spot for
strike.
both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
2 on, 2 outs. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. Just
Outside, ball
missed.
2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a strike in there.
2-2.
Next pitch is outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. The pitch to LeMahieu. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Through 8 full, the Yankees 4 and the Mets.
Now.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Towing the slab in today's game, Max Fried. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
The shortstop.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. Got him swinging.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Juan Soto now. First pitch misses. Fried, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and you know, he's got the command, be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today, the emphasis of hitting never been more important.
Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next guy out. Fastball is outside. That misses the zone. 3-2 now.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. One down, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
One gone, runner at first. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. First pitch just misses.
Ball two.
On the corner for a strike. Next offering is outside. And a big swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And the polar bear strikes out. Here's Brandon Nimmo. That one not close. 1-0. Soto leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Shoots a line drive single into right center. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
And now it's Mark Vientos.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Batting over 300 so far.
Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in, throws to second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it
Yeah.
really hurts when it costs your team a run.
McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Foul ball.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Man on second, 2 down. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
One, two.
In the dirt. Here's a 1-2. High fly ball down the left field line. And that'll do it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back in the Bronx, and today's starting pitcher, David Peterson.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first. Here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. The lefty fires. There's the strike. Oh, 1 now. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Aaron Judge, the next to hit, takes outside. 1 out, base is empty. That's outside. And now 2-0. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with 1 swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. Judge waits. Not close with that one, and that's ball 3. Stays alive. Inside ball 4.
Take your base.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So a man at first. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
No, that's a ball.
And that misses. And it's 1-0. There's a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that one almost hit him. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
And now it's DJ LeMahieu digging in. And the first offering is not close. Judge, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. There's a strike.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
That one finds the corner. And now 2-2.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
In the dirt, 3-2 now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
On the ground, right side. On to first. That's out number 3. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail things here 2-0. Top of the second, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens.
Luis Torrens.
Max Fried will go to work. Ripped, but it curls foul. The pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Volpe throws it to first in time. 1 out in the second. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. And that's in the dirt.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Next offering is down low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
On the ground to third. And that one handled. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
2 down, bases empty. And stepping in is the speedy Tyrone Taylor. Ball 1, no strikes. Just off the inside edge.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
That one lifted to left. Dominguez makes the catch, inning over. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Peterson back to work. There's a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
That's too low, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. The throw into second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Volpe digs in now. Right through there for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a foul ball.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Man at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chases that one out of the zone. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Late swing, foul to the left. Pickoff move to second. Bellinger dives back. Bellinger, the runner at second with one away. Late on that fastball.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one just missing inside. Now 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Batting 8, the designated hitter, Pablo Reyes.
Pablo Reyes stands in. Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, no strike.
So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
2 outs with a runner at third. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is late, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Well, that's a great effort with 2 outs, and he displayed why it's so important to get out of the box quickly. There's no time to waste on these plays, and that hustle down the line to beat the throw really earned him that run.
So digging in, Oswald Peraza. First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there. Safe.
Having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Runner at second, 2 down. Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to the third inning. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-2.
Backed off the plate that time. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Just dropped it in there on the top of the strike zone. Certainly not what he was trying to do with that curveball by any means, but at the plate, you could tell he wasn't expecting it either. I'd say he got away with the big-time hanger on that one.
And now it's Juan Soto. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at-bat.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman.
Here's Pete Alonso. Struck out swinging his first time. Inside. Ball 1. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Judge going back on it. Out of here. That one felt good. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 4-1.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit them. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Nimmo in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Nimmo throws right, bats left. Batting in the cleanup spot, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. And a foul ball. Still only one out here in the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Here's a 2-2. And they'll do it again. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Next pitch is outside.
Full count.
High fly ball, right field. Judge makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mark.
2 outs, base is empty.
Vientos.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Doubled his first time up. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now 4-1. You're dialed into the show. Back here in New York, set for the bottom of the third.
Yankees,
Goldie steps
the
into the
baseman,
box.
Paul Goldschmidt.
That's off the inside corner. Ball one. Next offering is fouled back. Line drive, base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that's a foul ball.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Next offering is fouled back. Nobody out, runner at first. And ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well, and you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now here is Jason Dominguez. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball one.
In the dirt, but kept close. Goldie, the base runner at first with one out.
Ball.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Fastball for a strike at 95. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
On the ground. And foul ball. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. And that one is inside ball one. That one misses. Now 2-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's down and in. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here comes a 3-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And now 2 aboard. Well, wore him down after an extended plate appearance. It ends with a knock.
At that point in at bat for a hitter, when you've seen that many pitches, you've gotten a look, you've fouled off pitches, so the confidence level is extremely high, and it seems like when you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Bellinger stands in now and watches strike 1. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that one hammered. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch. Yanks strand a pair, and they trail it 4-1. Back now with the Subway Series. Jeff McNeil stands in. First pitch, and he just misses. Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Yarbrough, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Hamilton, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. This one lifted in the air, left field, Dominguez. And there's one down.
Now batting, catcher, Luis.
Now the catcher up to hit, Luis Torrens. Grounded out his first time. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 0-2 now. And that's in the dirt. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Beatty stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. There's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
That one misses in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
ninth pitch of the at-bat due next.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you got to love an at-bat like this. No one giving in.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the Mets as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Bottom of the fourth. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Maybe a surprise here as the bullpen is already stirring. Kodai Senga appears to be getting loose. Stanek getting cranked up as well.
Ball.
Next offering is in for a strike. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through
Catcher,
one more
number
inning,
28,
anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to the finish line.
Austin Wells, the next to hit, flied to right his first time. Up and in, and that's ball one. The Mets leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Pablo Reyes.
And next is the designated hitter, Pablo Reyes.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
And a curve misses outside. Next pitch misses outside. And now 3-1.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. It's held in check. And this is still a 4-1 ball game.
Now pitching for the
Now a
Yankees,
right-handed arm out of the bullpen,
number
Ian
71.
Hamilton.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit. Fly to left his first time.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
That's off the mark, and the count is 2-0. just missed. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
There's a strike.
3-1.
That one
That's the
misses.
ball. Take
So a
your base.
leadoff walk.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's
the
Francisco
shortstop,
Lindor.
Francisco
0 for 2 in this
Lindor.
one. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players
No.
in the game. Just missed. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Nabs it. And there's one away.
The batter, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. A walk, and he's also singled. First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find the zone. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Ball 2.
That one fouled off. 2-2. One out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. It's 5-1.
Puts a
Now
run on the
batting,
board and
the
picks
first
up an
baseman,
RBI.
Pete.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. That's
Ball.
off the mark, and that's ball 1.
1-0.
And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. Soto at first, one gone. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone. Brandon
The
Nimmo
left
up
fielder,
now for the
number 9,
Mets.
Brandon
1 for 2.
Nimmo.
Line drive and foul ball. And that's outside. And that is ball 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The next
No,
offering
that's the ball.
misses. 2-2.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That's hard hit on the line. Dominguez snags it on the run. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Pitching for
Back
the
now to
Mets.
start the bottom of the 5th and taking
Number
over on the
34.
mound, Kodai Senga.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And stepping in for
Leading
the
off
Yankees,
for the
Oswald
Yankees,
Peraza.
the third baseman,
Struck out swinging
Oswald
his first time.
Peraza.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
You know, these Yankees looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Ball 1.
Swings and misses. Nasty fork ball for strike 3.
Now batting, first baseman.
Now it's Goldschmidt
Paul
up to the plate.
Goldschmidt.
Clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. The Mets leading by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
No balls. 2 strikes. Ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Next offering way off the plate. Bounced up the middle, and that chance handled, and they get Goldschmidt for the out.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He is struck out, and he is walked. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
So up next, Jason Dominguez. And it's fouled away. Pitch misses there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. And now a man into scoring position. The Yanks lead 1. They're down here 5-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Ryan Yarbrough.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Mark Vientos now at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Top of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Devin Williams getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. De Los Santos also throwing. Here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Goes down looking.
The batter, number 1.
So
Second
digging
baseman,
in, Jeff
Jeff
McNeil.
McNeil.
Yarborough, 33 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And it remains 2-2. That's to third. Sends it across to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the
The catcher,
6th.
number 13, Luis Torrens.
2 down, base is empty. And now, Luis Torrens. That's in there. Strike 1. And there's a ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Outside. 2-1. Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger makes the grab. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, DJ LeMahieu. Senga back to work. And downstairs. Ground ball left side. And that's a fair ball. Man at first. Here's the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. That one fouled off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Off the plate inside. And now it's even 1-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Flips it behind his back. Nicely done for the out.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Volpe.
2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. 2 down, nobody on, here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Down in order go the Yankees. They're down 5-1. Back in New York. And the batter now, Brett Beatty. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Got him. Nice play.
Up next for the Mets, the center fielder, Tyrone.
And next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. He's 0 for 1. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That's outside, and it's 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team.
This one's into the outfield, could be extra bases. Taylor races for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Now batting.
He really shot that one down the right
Francisco
field line and somehow
Lindor.
found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
1 out, runner at second. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. First offering and it just misses. And that's a base hit. And he boots it. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Well done. Drives in the run.
Up
Just a
next to the
solid
bat,
swing
the
right
right
there.
fielder,
Caught it out
Juan
front and ripped it into the
Soto.
outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And here is Juan Soto. Oh, and he hit him.
Got him. Take first.
That's one of those lookout pitches.
batter,
As soon as
the
it
first
leaves the
baseman,
pitcher's
Pete
hand, you start bracing for
Alonso.
impact, knowing that it's going to be hard to get out of the way of that one.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And delivers outside. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 9-1.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. You see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ryan Yarbrough won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees,
pitcher for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
number 41.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Base is empty, one away. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 3. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just a slow ground ball this time. Slings to first in time.
The batter, the designated hitter, Mark.
Next is the designated hitter, Mark Vientos.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Now this is in the air down the line. Judge getting an angle on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. And they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. Back after this on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Man at first, nobody out. Pablo Reyes stepping in now for the Yankees. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Every once in a while, they'll work that same on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Next pitch, not close, up high. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
Way outside, and it gets away. Wells into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees.
So up next, Oswald Peraza. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Just missed.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
There's a swing and a miss. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his
The
confidence
first
should still
baseman,
be high
Paul
enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
So back to the top of the order. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's 9-2. So first and
Now
second
batting,
with one
right
gone.
fielder,
Aaron
Aaron
Judge digs in now.
Judge.
In the dirt, blocked. The 1-0. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
2 on, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. Dive, and he's got it. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they lead 1. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 9 and the Yankees 2. Back in the Bronx,
Leading off for
here's the
Mets,
second baseman, Jeff
baseman,
McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Fouled off left side. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that just misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. And the count now even up.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And that's a strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. 0 for 3 in this one. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one missing low. Next pitch misses inside, and now 3-1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
The third baseman, number 7, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Rips that one to right. And that'll do it. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. But they still lead it 9-2.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a new
Mets,
pitcher from the pen,
number
Genesis
92.
Cabrera.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage
Cabrera.
appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
3, 4,
Leading
5
off
due
for
up
the
for the home
Yankees,
team.
the
And
left
stepping
fielder,
in for the Yankees,
Este.
Jason Dominguez. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a foul out of play. That's way
1-2.
outside. 1-2 to count.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
In the air, right field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Been a pretty rough game at the plate for him so far. A bunch of strikeouts, so that felt good, I'm sure. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. Swing and a foul straight back. Man at second. That's to third. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. That clips the zone. 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Runner at second here. One gone. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Line drive, base hit, right field. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with
The batter,
one out.
number 11.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Runners at the corners, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Let's go, Yankees.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Baden settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
Let's go, Yankees.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Dominguez, the runner at third. Bellinger on at first with 2 down. Next pitch off the plate. And a count 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
2-2.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That missed by a lot. And it's a full count. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And that'll load the bases.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Pablo.
2 outs, bases full.
Reyes.
Now it's the DH, Pablo Reyes. Just
No, that's
missed.
the ball. 1-0.
Swing and a
That's
ground
foul.
ball, and that's just foul. Fastball for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. And the Yankees leave him loaded. They're down 7. It's 9-2.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
38.
mound, Devin Williams.
Jevez.
Well, walks have been a big
Williams.
issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
And now the
Leading
center
off for the
fielder,
Mets,
Tyrone
the center
Taylor.
fielder, Tyrone.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. And there's a foul ball. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Mets, the
Francisco
shortstop,
Lindor
Francisco
up now for the Mets.
Lindor.
Into center. And it falls. And now 2 aboard.
2 consecutive base
Now
hits for
batting,
this
the
team.
right
When you
fielder,
flare a ball
Juan
out behind second base, it's
Soto.
really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
So they're at the corners now. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And the
Ball.
first pitch misses for ball 1. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2 balls, no
Williams.
strike.
He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Next pitch is downstairs.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Late
That's
with the
strike.
swing there.
3-1.
That one in there across the letters.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone,
Ball
middle
4, take
away.
your base.
And they're all loaded up.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing
Now
some
batting,
good
the
patience
first
in this
baseman,
one. It's the
Pete
second time he's taken ball 4.
Alonso.
So digging in, Pete Alonso. And everyone is thinking the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're thinking, will he do it again? He's already homered twice, and most recently in the 7th. This guy's left a huge mark on this game.
As well as on the baseball. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Bases juiced, no outs. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. There's a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now, Brandon Nimmo. Fastball for a strike at 95. Ground ball left side, could be 2. He flips it to second in time. On to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
At the plate, Mark Vientos.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs. Outside low. Gonna count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 10 and the Yankees 2. Bottom 9, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. Cabrera back to work. And that is out of play. That misses off the outside edge. Top of the zone for a called strike. The other way. Nice grab.
Great hops right there, Boog.
Now
He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. On the ground to third. Beatty to first. Out. And a couple of quick outs.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
So they're down to their final out. Here comes Aaron Judge. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Ball 1 on a pitch inside. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And another ball.
2-0.
There's the strike, and it's 2-1.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Next offering is downstairs.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
And ball 4. Judge takes his walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Dominguez in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Fought off foul. Judge off of first with 2 away. In the air out to center, and it falls. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Clips the corner, 0-1. Two outs. Hit to right, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
10-2 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.